my name is Henry Emphrey, and this is a Godot 2D game development tutorial. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a frame-by-frame animation. For example, if I hold down the right arrow key, yes, my character animates. But let's say I want my animation to be frame by frame. For example, if I hit the enter button once, one frame comes up. If I hit the enter button again, another frame comes up. Just like in, let's say, a cutscene or something. And if you want to control your animations one by one that way. Well, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to click on this plus button here. And then on this right side, in the scenes part, I'm going to click on this plus again. And I'm going to go to animated sprites. And when you see animated sprites, click on that, click create. And then I'm going to go down to this frames panel down here and click null and click new sprites. And then I'm going to click the box inside of the frames panel. And it's going to take me to this screen. And this is where we're going to set up our animations. Now in paint.net, I already made some animations. In another way, we can say this could be cutscene 1, cutscene 2, cutscene 3, cutscene 4. You can look at it that way too. After that, I click save as, and I've already saved them all in my Godot folder. I save the red as a red PNG file, the orange as an orange PNG file, the yellow as a yellow PNG file, and the green as a green PNG file. I mean, you can name them whatever you want. You can save them as PNG, JPEG, or whatever you want. Okay, so now that we have our file saved, we're going to upload them into this panel here. So we click on this folder, and I'm just going to hold down the control button, just click on these things that we just made, and click open. And the way that I want to do this is I'm going to do the rainbow color order. You know, that Roy G. Bibb, where it's red is first, then you got orange, then you got yellow, then you got green. So let's do that. So I'll make this red first, then orange, then yellow, then green. Okay, there you go. And last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a default. And this default frame it just goes with the way that I have the code set up. And in order for my code to work properly, we need this default frame here. Okay, so next thing, I'm going to go to the left side, and we're going to save our scene here. Click save, save as, and I'm going to call this animated sprite. Click save. So we'll go to the project panel, click on run, click on this folder, click file. We're going to select our animated sprite as our main scene, so that when we run the game, and it's going to run this file instead of the game that I showed you earlier when we were doing our animated scene with just one button. Okay, so after that, we're just going to close this. It's over to the right. I'm going to just add a camera to our scene. So I'm going to click on animated sprite. I'm going to click on this plus. I'm going to search for the 2D camera. Camera 2D. Once you see camera 2D in this panel, click create. The camera's already fixated on our object. And then we're going to click on our camera and then click on, so that our camera focuses on our animated sprite. I'm going to click on animated sprite, and then I'm going to click attach script. To save some time, I'm just going to paste in this code. And you feel free to read the comments if you want to stop and read those. So actually, let's look at it. Now remember, when humans count, we usually start with 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But computers, they usually start on 0 and start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So that's why you see 0 here. So here, when we press our enter key, it's going to go from this one to this one. When we press the enter button again, it's going to go to this one. And when we hit the enter button again, it's going to go to this one. But then, when it gets to this frame 3 here, it's going to go back to 0. So that's how our code reads. So now let's see what happens when we run this. Okay, so now here's our scene. And it seems like our camera worked out pretty good because it's focusing on the colors that we just made. So that's what happens when you click on this current on section. So now we can see our scene nice and big. Okay, so now we start off with red. Then when I hit the enter button, it goes to orange. And then when I hit the enter button again, it goes to yellow. And when I hit the enter button again, it goes to green. When I hit it again, it goes back to red, then orange, then yellow, then green. Oh, this is fun. Okay, that's enough. So this is another way that you can make cutscenes in your games, or if you need to control your frames one by one. So go ahead and take this knowledge and expand on it, if you will. Till next time. Thank you.